books are set up both for the children who've learned how to read music, but also for others who are older, and even adults who want to just start at the beginning. They haven't played before, but they're going to learn how to play from the very beginning and learn how to read music at the same time. I don't recommend this for the youngsters again, because learning how to read music at the same time that you're learning how to play, I think is just a little bit overwhelming for the children. But for adults, we have you play some rote exercises and other things to get the fingers going, and then you're able to adapt to learning how to read music. I usually do not use this literature with the teens because it's too much geared towards children. But for parents of the children that are studying and adults who want to learn how to study, it's a very methodical approach that goes step by step for learning how to read music. So the first reading book is for beginners, and it's learning how to read in the very first position of playing on the guitar, learning how to read the notes. And we go through the first reading book, going through each string one at a time, learning the notes of the string, and then learning the notes on the next string, and then taking those two strings and combining the notes. And we'll add the third string, learning the notes on that string, and then being able to combine that with the other string. And we keep doing this through all 6 of the strings. So we get introduced to the notes, to 3 notes actually, on each string in the first position. At the end of the first book then, we're ready for the second reading book. The second reading book continues on with the notes in the first position. But now these notes are used in such a way that we go back and forth between them. So we'll play notes in the treble strings, the higher notes, and we'll play the same notes, a melody, in the bass strings. So we learn how to go back and forth between the lower notes and the higher notes, getting kind of an even ability to read in both ranges as we're looking at the music and combining them in certain ways. And in that way we get further along with the first position. So that's what the second reading book does. When we get to the reading books 3 and 4 and 5, we are starting to learn and to play music that is not just in the first position, but also up a fret, which is called the second position. And we start learning music in different keys and playing in the very basic keys of playing guitar. And so that these songs then gradually get a little bit more complicated in their musicality. And soon, for the children who were playing previously by rote, where the reading material is starts to be at the same level and then beyond where they were with their rote learning playing. And by the time we have reached through the 5th position, we've gone through the basic common keys, and the student is playing at a basic level, and that level includes being at a level where it's the beginning level for classical guitar music reading. So in summary then, about the first 5 reading books, we're looking at the time that it takes to complete them. They move a little faster than the rote books. We go through a lot more material, but it also, because you're reading so many different songs to gain fluidity in it, we go through the material book length sooner. So it's roughly 3 months or so to get through the first reading book, and another 3 to 5 months to get through the second, and then the third and 4th and 5th reading books really begin the stage for those students who are continuing on with classical guitar study. And so then those can be a little bit more, take a little bit longer, but you start reaching a dividing point here. So that the young children who started to play by rote and those who are learning how to read become and get enough learning with the basic reading after the second reading book, so that you can start broadening out what's necessary for the child based upon the style of music that they're wanting to play. To supplement the reading books, We also look at learning to play music where we're playing chords. So the reading books also have chord symbols in them for the teacher's parts, and we'll go back and learn how to play 3-note chords for the children, so that they actually learn the accompaniments for some of the songs and all the basic chords and playing. So we start doing these learning to play with rhythmic and accompaniment skills and chording, along with the reading how to play notes for music. In addition to that, we also take the skill that they had and start doing improvising and training and using the pentatonic scales and other things that help the students to learn how to play basic things in the popular music realm. Now, somewhere in this time for the children who are learning to play rote, but also for others, they may want to branch out and start playing other guitars as well, steel string guitars, acoustic guitars, electric guitars, and so forth. And so that's what I mean by reaching the dividing point. For those who are going to go on to learning more and more of those styles of music, it'll take more and more of their lessons, and we'll pick materials apart from the reading methods that will help complement and help the student with learning those styles of music. But now, continuing on with the reading method itself, for those who are continuing with that, we continue with extensive reading development. And there is a two different series of method books that are available for that. The first series I call the Minneapolis Guitar Book Series. That picks up where the reading books left off. From reading book 5, we can go to Minneapolis Guitar Book Series numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This goes to intermediate to advanced guitar playing and takes the students through playing solos in various keys, both in the first positions all the way up then through to the 5th position and up even higher into the 6th and 9th positions where they're getting more advanced materials. Those materials are guitar solos in all these various keys and in positions. The solos are ones that I've composed. There aren't any other solos in there other than ones that I've composed in these various keys. Now the Minneapolis Guitar Book Series are not meant to be the only thing that a student would be studying. We would be going through repertoires, student repertoires, and familiar classical guitar repertoire and other things for students to study that goes along with this. But I continue this methodology for the fluidity of the students' reading skills and also for their ability to experience more contemporary sounding guitar solo music. In addition to the Minneapolis Guitar Books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I also have, as a part of the Smith method, something called complete position studies. These studies go from the 3rd position all the way up through the 11th position, one fret at a time. And it's for single line playing. So it's great reading for electric guitars, steel string guitars, as well as classical guitars. Everybody who wants to develop fluid reading skills in no matter what key you're playing on. And so these complete position studies are single line playing in each position through all the various keys and across all the strings step by step. So that's duet playing. You can play along with our duets that we've recorded for you, or find somebody to play them with them, or just study them on your own. So that's the complete position studies, and that's for developing very fluid reading skills, especially sight reading skills. It's excellent for that. And then to finish up, we have the concert level pieces that I composed, 24 concert etudes. That's one piece in every major and minor key. Each piece is a solo guitar work. It uses the full expression of the guitar in today's idiom. I hope you find them joyful. It's my contribution to guitar literature, the classical guitar literature. It's a great study to study every particular key on the guitar using the whole full length of the guitar and all the various techniques that classical guitar players use. You can find all of these materials that we have for each series within our Smith method here on the website. You can go to any one of the books, click on it, and then go to the songs that are within it, and you'll be able to hear a recording of the music that is actually in there. And so that can give you an idea of the content that's in each book if you want to go ahead and listen to it. So I hope that you enjoyed this overview of the Smith method. There is much more to it in terms of learning how we do it and the techniques and everything else, but those will be covered as we go through the actual online learning course itself. So you are invited to survey the course, choose from it what you may need, and may you have much enjoyment in doing it. God bless and thanks for watching.